Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to our outdoor keto kitchen. My name is Jay. Campbell's is inside. As some of you may know, we are struck with coronavirus over here. We are on the upside of it, I guess you call it, maybe. So we're a couple days away from our end of our 2 weeks. So she is still resting. She worked all day too, so she's in there resting. So you guys continue to put us in your thoughts and prayers. We appreciate it. All right, if you're coming in live and you see the little live button up there in the top left corner, if you would, drop a 1 in the comments. If you're coming in on replay, drop a 2 in the comments. Let us know where you're coming from. Drop down, I'm a BSer if you're a Black Stoner. So tonight we are doing what I call poor boy beef stroganoff. So we're going to start off with some hamburger. You guys will see in a few minutes why I call it poor boy. We'll get this hamburger going. So I'll tell you guys what we got. So typical beef stroganoff. Typical beef stroganoff is made with like sirloin steak, sliced really thin with some mushrooms. We call this poor boy beef stroganoff because out here in the country, we grew up with a Hamburger Helper. I don't know if you guys like Hamburger Helper. Drop down some Hamburger Helper in the comments. So we use regular hamburger meat instead of steak. So that's why we call it poor boy, because you can get $2.50 worth of hamburger meat instead of $15 worth of steak in your beef stroganoff. So beef stroganoff is one of our favorite things growing up. We literally lived on some Hamburger Helper for a few years, so growing up in my house. So we're just gonna get the hamburger going, and then I'll tell you guys a little bit about how we're gonna make the sauce and stuff. And I've got this side on low right now because I had it heating up for a while. And typically, if you're doing a beef stroganoff and you want to use the thin slices of sirloin steak, you would do those in the pan, so you get the flavor and stuff from the steak included. But being that we're using hamburger, it's a lot more grease. So we're going to do this on the side of the pan, and then we're going to add it into the sauce later. Excuse me. All right. So in the cast iron right now, all I have is butter. And the reason I got that going is I want it to get that nice brown caramelized color. We're gonna add onions. Like I said, typical has mushrooms in beef stroganoff, but Stacy's not a mushroom person, and we're not allowed to go to the store technically, so we don't have any mushrooms, so we're using what we got. So we're adding some onion in with the butter, and then not allowed to go to the store, so we're gonna throw in some garlic powder. I'm using garlic powder, not garlic salt, because I don't want it to be too salty. Not that I can taste it anyway, but you know, we are getting little hints of our smell back. So Stacy was able to smell just a little bit today, and then it was gone. And then I smelled my deodorant when I put it on this morning, and then it was gone. So we're getting little teasers. So hopefully soon it'll be gone. Somebody commented the other night that their friend had COVID last year and they lost their taste and smell for a year. And I was like, man, please don't tease me or jinx me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a food person. Like, I love food. So if I lose my taste and smell for a year, it's going to be bad for me. It's going to be tough. That's for sure. All right, so we're going to get that kind of spread around. So find my salt and pepper, my little dinner bell. Oh no, the wooden spoon does not do dinner bell very well. So that's our dinner bell over here. That means dinner is getting close to being done. So we got the hamburgers cooking up pretty nice. I'm gonna show you guys the noodles and stuff too. This is gonna go together really fast once we get this browned over here. you kind of want it chunky. You don't want it like real fine like spaghetti. So you want it kind of chunkier. So you have some good meat bites in your stroganoff. Because like I said, typical stroganoff has slices of sirloin steak, so you kind of want it meatier. Not real small bites of hamburger. All right, so for the noodles, I've already boiled them up inside. And I think I put the camera around properly so you guys can see. This is what we use for noodles on keto. You can use regular noodles, substitute regular noodles if you like. If you're not keto, this is Impasta noodles, Impostable, low carb pasta noodles. You get these from thinslimfoods.com. They got a whole line of stuff. It is kind of expensive, which is why we don't use it a lot. But we are doing pasta tonight, so we're using them tonight. And I'll show you guys what they look like. So this is starting to get a little bit of caramelization. Maybe if I slide that windshield over there, a little heat shield, I can get a little more heat on this thing. So you just want these to cook down real nice. So luckily it's a beautiful evening. It's not real hot out here. It actually had some thunder and lightning a few minutes ago. I thought I was going to have a thunderstorm. I wasn't going to be able to do this. But it did hold off for us. Thank God. Let me show you guys the noodles. So this is literally what the noodles look like. Look just like regular noodles. Let's see if I can get that in the screen there. Just like regular noodles. See that? So they're not like spaghetti. These are more like fettuccine. Same texture almost. I will say they are a little bland. They don't have any flavor compared to like noodles. So you do want to add some sauce and stuff to them. You don't want to just eat these as noodles. So what we're going to do is add them in to the sauce and let it soak up some of that goodness. So what kind of noodles are they? They are Impasta noodles. Low carb fettuccine. Who is that? Brett. You get them from Thin Slim Foods. See right there at the top? thinslimfoods.com. So we get their white bread, their bagels and stuff. Like I said, it is a little pricey, so we don't use it a lot. But it's the best substitute for noodles that we've found. A lot of people use spaghetti squash. And then spaghetti squash is really good. Oh, that camera angle kills me. Spaghetti squash is really good for spaghetti. It's that thin type noodle, or like a linguine or something. But for beef stroganoff, we're using the fettuccine. That's what I kind of grew up on. So that's how we like it over here. So this is getting a little bit browner. And I'm going to show you guys how we're going to throw that sauce together. The meat is cooking up real good. So you do not have to season your meat when you're doing hamburger like this. We season the sauce. If you try to season your meat now, when you pull all your meat away from the grease, all your seasoning is going to be left in your grease. So there's really no point to seasoning your hamburger meat when you're doing it like this. Alright, so the meat looks like it's pretty close to done. So you don't want to overcook it because we're about to add it back to the sauce and let it cook for a little bit. But it's pretty done. Alright, so I'm going to put this together kind of fast. I hope you guys are watching. And listen, don't criticize it yet. Just go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Just let it go. Alright, so once your onions and stuff have cooked down, this is just butter, garlic. I really like using minced garlic, but like I said, we can't get to the store because we're house stricken or whatever. But so I just use garlic powder, some salt and pepper, onion and butter. This is just regular beef stock. Swanson's. Oh, and the noodles are only 8 carbs per serving. And a serving is about 2 ounces of noodles, so it's really not bad. So altogether, there's 1 carb and 1 cup of this. We're not even going to use a cup. There's 1 carb in the sour cream and the cream cheese. So literally it's 9 grams of carbs, maybe even a little bit less than that if you're getting technical on it. So we're going to add just a little bit of that beef stock in there. Not much, just a little bit. We can always add more later. Just remember that. And now you can actually see that it's cooking up real good. Starting to boil. So that's how hot you want your pan, like a boiling point. I like to add my cream cheese first because I had it sitting out at room temperature. And this is just about 2 or 3 ounces of cream cheese. Philadelphia cream cheese has less carbs than all the other ones, if you guys don't know already. So it's already at room temperature, so I'm gonna add that in now. And if it doesn't melt down really quick, you can use a whisk, but it should melt pretty fast, get in there pretty quick. This is gonna give it that smooth texture. Don't knock the cream cheese. Just a little bit of cream cheese, I promise, guys. You guys trust me, it's good. So you almost get a real thick gravy, almost, like whenever you're making a roux for a gravy. So that's kind of the consistency that it gets. Can you guys see that on the screen? Okay. Make sure you guys can see it. So it's almost like a roux for a gravy. So it gets nice and thick. Smells amazing already. So I like it a little bit darker than that, but we're gonna go with the flow. And I did not bring out an extra spoon, so I'll be using that spoon to scoop with. Sour cream. This is just the off-brand sour cream, guys. That's it. This will give it that nice tang for beef stroganoff. And you just want about a scoop or so in there. I like that. Let's see how we look. Don't forget, you can always add, so don't just add it in there and throw in 2 or 3 spoonfuls and then you got a big pile of sour cream sauce. So just do 1 scoop, kind of mix it in, kind of see where you're at. I'm sorry we don't measure for exact measurements, but I'll try to figure out the exact measurements for you guys. So this is still pretty thick, which is where we want it because we're about to add some grease and stuff with that hamburger. Yeah, so that's pretty good right there. So we're gonna let that be. And we're gonna go ahead and add the hamburger to it. If you got too much hamburger, that might be the case. Like I said, it's not an exact measurement. I'm gonna turn this burner off for it. Let's mix it in, kind of see where we are. All right, so it is a little too thick still. So we're gonna add just a little bit more beef stock as we stir it in there. Just a little bit, and stir some more. So as that cream cheese and that sour cream cooks, it likes to thicken up. So if you want it like real nice and coated, real thick, you can leave it like that. If you like it a little bit thinner sauce, you can add some more. It's all about how you like it. So if you guys like this recipe, you guys like us, if y'all are new to following us, drop the word new down below. If you're not part of our new Blackstone group, the link is in the description up top. Join us on our new Blackstone page. You can actually get yourself a 17-inch gas griddle if you join us and share us out. If you want in on the keto recipes, drop the word secret down below. We'll get you added into the secret recipe group for keto. I'm gonna add just a little bit more. And if you add too fast, it'll definitely curdle up on you, so you don't want to do that. Just add slow and keep adding as you go. Look at that. Oh yeah. I hope you guys can see how that is looking, because it is looking something fine right there. So I want it a little bit thinner than that. because at the end of all this, I'm going to throw the noodles in there with it and let it soak up. So I think we're going to be good right about there. Because I'm going to fix a bowl for you guys to see up close. And you may have to add some more salt and pepper at the end of it. You know, just do to taste. Taste your food and see how you like it. If you like it, most people will like it. All right. So let's do that. I'm going to take some of these noodles, put it in a bowl there. Now you can get all fancy if you want. Sprinkle some parsley on top or something. I don't know. Whatever you guys like. We ain't fancy like that. We fancy like Applebee's over here. Ah, you see what I did there? If you're a TikToker, you know what I did there. Alright. Here she is, guys. This is Poor Boy Beef Stroganoff right there, if I can get it in the camera view. Let's see if I can get it like stirred up there. And I would tell you how it tastes, but I can't. But I'm going to try it anyway and kind of get the texture and make sure I got the gravy and stuff right, or the sauce. That's perfect. I think I'm going to put more salt and pepper in there, but overall, that's some good stuff. So thank you guys for watching. That's Poor Boy Beef Stroganoff. Don't forget to love, comment, share us out. We appreciate it. Don't forget to join our Blackstone group. Follow us. Thank you guys. Have a good Friday night.